one more session, BITSAT Prime Time with Masterclass Space at 9 o'clock. And we have two experts, Atul Verma from IIT Delhi and Aditya Shankar from BITS Planning. So as we promised, we will discuss last hour strategies in today's session. And it is going to be very informative for you because the exam is at your door. So just it's 9th today. It's been 6 and 7 days are left. You can consider only 5 days. Why? Because 1 or 2 day. 2 day passes just in a moment. So let's begin with Mr. Aditya. What should be last hour strategy if somebody is left with only 5 or 6 days of BITSAT exam?
Hello, my dear friends. I believe now you are done with your JEE Mains. In fact, everyone is done with JEE Mains. So next uphill task is to take BITSAT, BITSAT very sincerely. From 15th, BITSAT session 1 is starting, and you have 5 days left, just 5 days. So I would like to tell you that at this moment, you don't have time to revise the topics. Just start with mock test right away, because whatever you had to study, you have already studied for JEE Mains. Now what is important is changing the exam temperament, the mindset with which you entered hall for JEE. It has to be changed when you are taking BITSAT. And if you are entering with the same mindset, guys, even if you have studied 2 years and if you must have revised and you must be having very clear concepts. But if you do not practice and if you go with the same mindset, the same result won't get reflected in BITSAT. So I would say start with mock test right away. Don't waste your time. Take 5 days are left. I would say don't even take 5 mock tests. Even if you are taking 3 or 4 mock tests, and relax on the last day. Don't be anxious. Just take 4 mock tests. Take 1 mock test in morning, then go for analysis. See which portion, which topics are weaker. I mean, which ones you are getting wrong or which one you are not touching at all. Make a error log for those topics. Make a list that these topics are weaker for me. Just look at the our analysis, the Masterclass Space test series also gives how much time you are putting for test for each question. So make another list for such type of topics that you are taking more time, but you are able to solve them. First, concentrate, go and revise the topics which are weaker and in nature, which you are feeling that these are weaker and you are not able to solve or you are getting wrong. And then once you have revised those topics, the topics where you are taking more time, I would say just go and try to solve 15 to 20 questions from that topic. Don't revise, just solve and try to be fast. Then next day, take another mock test and again do analysis in the similar way. Then third day, then fourth day, that's all. And relax on the last day, just relax, do some meditation, have good sleep, and maybe listen to good music. Just spend some time with your family and take. So this is very important, and that's the only thing which I can say.
Good one. Yes. So yeah, Mr. IIT Delhi. Now the common and silly mistakes. So Atul, you will tell that what are the silly mistakes generally students make, and now it's a high time to avoid those mistakes.
Yes, thank you, Hassan. Thank you for asking this. And many times what happen when we are so near to exam, we are in a say crisis management mode. We look at all the things as they are coming to us instead of like looking at the holistic picture. So when you are asking about common mistakes, frankly, I feel there are 4 areas where students should be very careful. First area should be like not leaving those topics which were not in JEE. So those topics, like if you have by now read them, at least give them a kind of revision, in the sense that just revision as in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, not that you are actually sitting reading now, but maybe just entire chapter in a quick glance over in 10-15 minutes, because these are easy marks. Because what you have to realize is you are not alone who has left these topics. All of them left that, and if you by chance get some good question out of them, you are at edge. That is one thing. Second thing I feel is, very importantly, realizing, although it is little less time to actualize into habit, it should have been started way earlier, but realizing the difference between the patterns and accordingly training your mind to actually solve each and every question in less than, say, 80 seconds, less than 1.5 minutes. Like, you have to train yourself. But yeah, considering that there was not much gap between the two exams, I won't say that it is anyone's fault. It is just how the exams have been scheduled. Totally fine. Third thing is practicing within the chosen slot. So if you have chosen afternoon slot, please attempt your mock test in the afternoon slot. Do analysis in the night or in the morning. If you have done opposite, repeat the same process there. But very important to decide and practice in the decided slot. That is very crucial. Last but not the least, you might never have bothered, and maybe beyond this exam would never bother about the number of rough sheets which are given to you in the paper. But this exam is where you might feel the crunch. So BITSAT gives you very specifically, you can say it is like the size of A5 or even smaller size actually. A5 is also bigger. So consider that you are getting a booklet which is just equivalent to 2 A4 sheets. So essentially 4 faces and 2 A4 sheets. So whichever mock test you are doing, just keep 2 A4 sheets as a rough sheet of paper with you and attempt with that only. Because I have seen students within 5 question of maths, they have filled all the sheets. What next? So the point is, you won't get any extra rough sheet. Make yourself habitual of attempting whatever has been given to you. So these would be from my side.
Very intensive information and insightful too. So Aditya, now the question is time management. You know that time is a pressure and everybody is under pressure. So will you help to understand to the students that what should be their time management for each individual section, even the daily wise?
Guys, I believe that you should go ahead with something which there are two ways. One thing is go ahead with something which feels quite easy to you, and you can complete that topic quickly. Or other way, according to me, is that what you can do if you have been given, if the format goes, because every year the format changes. You never know that probably you can directly jump to chemistry, directly jump to physics, or directly mathematics. In case the format of BITSAT goes like this, the platform changes, you can start with chemistry probably. I mean, that's something which I say. But this is my personal opinion. Maybe it can be different for different people, because chemistry questions, especially inorganic and organic, you'll be able to do so quickly. When you'll be able to do so quickly, you'll be able to finish the chemistry portion quickly, and you'll be left with probably then you can, if you can jump to English or logical reasoning, if that allows. I don't know if this year's pattern allows. Maybe, may not be. Then you can jump to English and logical reasoning, because probably English is going to, if you know that answer, you can do it quickly. So you are trying to go, I mean to say, you are trying to basically trying to finish those topics where you are taking least time. So you'll be having enough time for other topics. You won't come under pressure. See, but the whole idea is sometime, even for example, you start with mathematics. Now, mathematics has taken, practically so much time. Though chemistry is going to take less time, but you will understand, you will feel that okay, so much portion is left, and time is quite less in hand. You'll automatically come under pressure. So it's not about how much you know. The exam is not just testing that your just academic capability. It is also testing how strategically you place yourself, how strategically you face the exam. That is very important. You prioritize things. That's very important. So it is, if you if you feel that okay, it is only going to test how much physics I know, or mathematics I know. No, it is an aptitude test. It is testing you overall aptitude wise. So please try to the my when I am saying this, my idea is to tell you, do that topic which you can do fast, so that towards the end you do not come under pressure. And when you do not come under pressure, you are able to do. Otherwise, if you come under pressure, many other things, many times you do even those things wrong, which you know quite well. So that's the only thing which I can tell you. This is because time management can be different for different people. Someone may be very fast. Someone may be very fast at physics. It's okay. You take physics as your first topic. Someone is fast at chemistry. Go ahead. That should be the way.
Good work. Well done. Well done. So I believe everybody must have enjoyed the answers. Now the final answer we are going to take from Atul. So being energetic or remaining fresh is a very difficult task during the such preparation. So what should be the mantra to be calm, be focused, and be attentive?
That is the most difficult thing, be it for a student, be it for an employee, be it for a boss. Pretty much everyone is, juggling, trying to juggle and solve this equation. So yes, definitely for students also it is extremely important. So I think Aditya also touched this point during the first answer itself, that the goal is not to like burn yourself right before the exam. You have to realize that okay, there is time crunch, but at the same time that time crunch should not like lead to increased pressure and reduced performance. It should be the opposite. So the idea is like fine, you allocate some specific time for the activity which is need of the hour. Say mock test has to be done, fine, you give it 3 hours. Analysis must be done, you keep 2 to 3 hours separate. But similarly, you should have certain time for relaxation also. Now, that mode of relaxation, frankly, can be very different for all the people. So, some people like to have, say, a sweet kind of music that is relaxing for them. Some people would like to have little chit chat with the family, that would be relaxing for them. Some people would like a walk in nature with themselves. They just want to process their thought. But idea is you get that time you block that time, and you make sure that in that time you are able to do something which relaxes you. So you like all of you by now must be knowing what actually suits you, right? What suits to me might not suit to Hassan or Aditya. So the idea is you do something which is suitable for you. At the same time, yes, it is extremely important to understand that uh, a kind of panic or a sense of urgency to some extent always keeps you on the toes, always boosts your efficiency, but beyond a limit, it decreases the overall output. So you have to try to be at the optimal. You should be like at that optimal position, but not say overexerting yourself. One very important thing which Aditya also mentioned in terms of juggling of portions, like many times I won't say that say BITSAT would try to play tricks with us, but format changes every year. Like many times students are saying that okay, I did not read the instruction and then later I realized. Like why you did not read the instruction? You should read the instruction. It is the first thing. You are given some good time to actually read it before starting the exam. You do that also. And when you can do that, when you are little calmer before the exam also. If you are just in the hurry that no, exam is there, you won't like focus on that part also. So just identify what makes you feel calmer and block some time for it. That's what I can say.
So, yes, I believe everybody must have understood that what should be the final strategy, last hard moments strategy. Next week again on Monday, we are going to appear with you to discuss about everything. However, if you want shortcut and tips, tricks, strategy for the last moment, we have BITSAT crash course that you can join. Even you can drop your questions to get the answer if you have any specific question for any subject or related to admission, related to career, related to BITSAT campus and what next after BITSAT campus. So you can ask about. If you want to purchase BITSAT test series, we have that test series and it is close to real BITSAT exam. A lot of students have got good results after just mock tests. So it is available for you too. You can Google, you can go to masterclassspace.com for BITSAT test series. So let it be this much for today. See you tomorrow with subjective discussion, but every Monday and Thursday it will be specific discussion with our subject experts, Atul Verma from IIT Delhi and Aditya Shankar from BITS Planning. Thank you, people. Have a good time.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.